Could Mr. Chew be the next president of Singapore? Well, as CEO of TikTok, which is worth 50 billion, Mr. Chew would fulfill one of the criteria as having run a company worth over 500 million. But the other criteria is that you must be CEO for at least 3 years, so he needs to helm TikTok for another year. Also, the minimum age to run for president is 45 years old, so actually he needs to wait another 5 years.
So who can fulfill all the criteria? Tharman! Anyway, with more and more young leaders, should age even be a requirement?
With age comes experience, so 45 years old, it's not too old, not too young.
Honestly, you're 16 also, if you're smart enough, you're smart enough. Age isn't really a metric of wisdom, it's just a metric of how long you've lived. I think it's important that we judge a person based on how they carry themselves and their ethics and their philosophy, rather than just simply their age.
If you don't run a $500 million company, you would need to be in these positions in civil service.
The criteria is okay. At least give the people confidence that whoever is eligible is a suitable candidate, that they have that leadership and that know-how to be able to lead the country in this direction.
I think that we should elect who we want to elect because they are them and not because they work at the government service. You know, there shouldn't be these limitations.
But if you do become president, you'll get paid about 1.5 million a year. So you can't just be a figurehead, right? Contrary to popular belief, the president has the power to reject any key appointments, such as the Chief Justice, and turn down the government's request to use our reserves. Which is why being independent is a requirement for the role, as the president can act as our last line of defense if we had a corrupt government. So what happens now that Ms. Halimah Yacob has declared that she will not stand for the next election? If we have more than 2 eligible candidates, Singaporeans above 21 years old will get a chance to vote. The call for elections could happen as early as June or as late as September this year.